Hello, welcome back to Galactic Reviews, and we have some trailers.
Oh, this is the video game.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for this.
Okay, you're excited for this.
Well, we had questions
Yeah,
about
we
it
had, we
for you,
definitely had questions for
or at
you.
least Payson did.
The only peace I find is a future that never happened. One where I, Paul Atreides, was never born. I created the future until it created me. But I see a narrow way, a path that might have been. What if my mother had obeyed her orders and given birth to a girl? Everything would change. Dr. Yue exposed before his betrayal. A world where my father lives. House Atreides surviving the Battle of Arrakeen. Sardaukar deployed to protect the spice melange. A war of assassins spreading across the planet. Fremen exterminated. No Muad'Dib. No Lisan al-Gaib. No Kwisatz Haderach. All of my visions lead to horror. Except for this one. This one leads to you.
Your
I'm trying to imagine
thoughts?
this in a MMO idea. I guess I would have to be see like the gameplay
Yeah,
of it to fully understand as an MMO. Unless they do it kind of like Destiny, but that's the only kind of way I can see this being or working in my head currently.
so Andrew, you said you're excited for this.
Yes, it looks cool.
So this is a what if scenario of Paul Atreides never existing. I
Yeah.
kind of want to know what kind of character you would play as in this game, like what your role is specifically. Because it doesn't give you any hints, it's just a what if scenario, and that's all like this trailer gives.
Yeah, to be fair, it's a
So I'm kind of,
cinematic trailer,
yeah.
so
So I'm kind of excited to see what your role is throughout whatever story they have laid out for you in this. I can see this being very good, but it depends on how the gameplay inevitably is as an MMO. I see if they take it as a Destiny type, I can see it being pretty good, but I'm not really sure. I don't know.
I mean, I'm excited for it as a concept. I've never played an
Oh yeah.
MMO. I mean, from what it looks like is you get to kind of like choose your character alliance, and you're
hmm
pl- playing in the universe with all the politics and interactions between the
Yeah.
factions, guilds, and the families.
Yeah.
Um,
But we didn't get to see any gameplay or anything. It's just cinematic, so we don't know
there's
how
some
the
out.
Oh, is there some out now? I haven't seen it.
yeah, that
I'll have to look it up at later. You don't have to, Payson. I don't know if it's gonna be like WoW kind of MMO, just much better or more updated graphics or what. So
I'm excited for it. I'm excited to try it. I got what
I'm
is it called?
excited,
Is
if
it Dust
anything, for the
Pursuing?
storyline of it. I think
Yeah.
the story of it is going to be very good. If I don't get into it and don't play it, I might just like look up lore stuff for the game.
I am curious about the story because isn't the whole premise of Dune is that he's born a guy and that disrupts the whole.
Yeah.
So they've there's a recent article on the website talking about like what makes it an MMO, and they're like, this is an MMO, not an MMORPG.
Oh, okay.
So World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls, Final Fantasy 14, this is not
Yeah.
that.
Just a just a normal. That means hmm.
I mean, that
So
helped me
there's
out
not going to
so
be much of
much.
a story to it.
So it's more of just an open world.
Yeah.
sandbox experience than it is like quest and story driven.
Well, then I guess then why put it in that story?
It's well, because yeah. Well, to give you context of why there's no
Yeah.
polytrophies.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
I get it, but at the same time,
Well,
I don't
it's
know. I would have to
crafting
watch
and
gameplay.
building driven progression.
hmm,
So
Okay.
technology trees, crafting weapons, tools, vehicles, and bases.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be like Ark Survival kind of.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't know. I would have to look at it, see the gameplay of it,
might be interesting.
because
Yeah.
hmm.
I think it could be interesting. But it's something more.
More like a resource management game than
Yeah.
a multiplayer resource management game.
Yeah. Which I don't know with the kind of Dune storyline, like using the world, that's cool. But at the same time, I don't see it. I don't know. I'll have to take a look at it.
From the way it sounds, I think it'd be cooler, at least from the way that the gameplay sounds. I think it'd be cooler if it was like you were,
If it
a
was like an
s-
RPG
well, no, if it was like you were like a
MMO.
soldier in that war in between the Atreides and during that time period, I
Mhm.
think
Yeah.
that would work better, considering what kind of game this is. But or from what you guys are saying, but I don't know 100% whether or not that'd be better or not. So
Yeah, I
this
mean,
just seems like a weird.
for a
It just seems like a
storyline,
weird.
it would need to it for a storyline, it would need to have some sort of RPG element into it.
Mm.
But it's just as a sandbox MMO.
So this is only because the story. So
So
trying to see if I'm getting this right.
the story is going to be kind of bits and pieces, just enough for you to understand why you're in the world, but it's not the anchor point of the game,
Okay, I think
probably.
I'm just trying to figure out why it's specifically generated this way, and from what I can gather, it's because the gameplay is the reasoning for why the storyline is the way it is. If I'm not mistaken, or is that what I'm gathering from you? Because since
At
it's
this
not an
point, it's still
RP,
speculation.
okay.
Yeah, we
Because I'm just
haven't.
trying to
Yeah,
figure out why, like, they're essentially taking away the whole aspect of Dune away from Dune.
I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll find out once the game releases,
Yeah,
or we won't. Either way, I think it could be interesting, especially if you can choose kind of what faction, I suppose, you can go into.
yeah,
If that changes like what kind of skill tree progression you get, I think that would be an interesting take on it. But other than that, I'm not really sure.
yeah,
Like yeah, I could see it being interesting, especially with a group of people. I think that could be fun. Obviously
yeah.
that's how the game's supposed to be played, any sandbox kind of game, like that. But yeah, I could see it being a interesting game. I can't say a good game yet because I haven't looked at any of the gameplay or anything like that of it. If there's like a bit out. But yeah, once it like starts coming out, I'll take a look at it. Maybe I'll play some of it, depending how I feel about it.
I just got to get a PC first.
Oh, well.
Trying to look for gameplay, and it's like I'm only getting like 15-minute videos.
That's what gameplay exhibitions are.
I was about to say that's still pretty extensive. You'll get a lot from just 15 minutes of like, especially if it's just a sandbox, that's more
Yeah,
than enough time.
I'm just saying it's gonna be a long thing to.
Nah, no
Oh,
big.
to review? Yeah,
Yeah,
no, we don't have to do
so
that. I can do that on my own time.
that one I was just curious because I have no idea, and I was just like, that seems like an odd thing for it being Dune. It just seemed like an
I
odd
thought it was
thing, but
yeah. I thought it was going to be more of a RPG type because that's how it kind of seemed in the cinematic trailer.
yeah. But given the way that the
A little
gameplay
disappointed.
sounds,
Yeah, a
it
little
makes sense for
disappointed.
why they went with that story because you got less conflict, I guess. Or
Yeah,
you got less of an outright war.
yeah. I don't know.
So
I mean, like I said, we'll figure it out once it comes out.
yeah. Anyway, that's it for this trailer reviews. Let us
Ooh.
know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Whether or not you agree or disagree with our take or lack thereof. And we'll see you next time on Galactic Reviews.